In a place where many of us are very open and share a lot of our vulnerabilities and lessons of our lives, it is also a reality that none of us will have everything together. I want to make this very clear that you can love and appreciate a person for who they are and how they seem to you, but you never know the depths of their story, the demons that they often fight against, and the trouble that looms in the background of their well lit lives. And while social media definitely has its positives, it can be shrouded in negativity, but your experience in social media is solely based on what you allow in and what you choose to take out. Never put anyone on a pedestal and never try to emulate your life like the prominent influencers or creators that you seem to hold in any esteem. There are people who are very good at sharing from their heart, who can guide and assist you in whatever journey you are experiencing right now. But also know that what may work for them may not work for you. In this episode, I want to share why it's important to be grounded in authenticity and also rooted into your faith, why you should work to know exactly what you want in your life through your own values and morals, and also being honest with who you are no matter what spaces you show up in. And last, be careful with what you take in on these social media platforms. Some things are truly meant to spark individual thinking points, and others can cause rifts in your moral compass and in your relationships. On a personal note, social media has always been a little iffy for me. I choose to sacredly share lessons I've learned and things that I've experienced because this has been a part of my journey of healing. And also, it helps others to know that they are not alone. And whether you are in social media land or amongst people in your life, be careful with what you say and do because providing too much of who you are comes with dire consequences. At some point, we should all establish some form of prerequisite for whatever it is to come next in our lives. For example, in order to delve into a spiritual experience, we should at least be open to experiencing something. If we want to hone more into self-love, we should at least love ourselves to a certain percentage, and so on. To be fully committed to our daily lives and our values, we should at least know who we are entirely, being authentic. What is authenticity? Authenticity refers to the genuine or real truth of one's own personality, their spirit, their character. It involves being honest and transparent about one's feelings, beliefs, and their values, and acting in a way that is consistent with those principles. It is often associated with our integrity, our sincerity, and the absence of pretense or hypocrisy. Authenticity is connected to the true you. It is who you are when the lights are off and when no one is there to see the switch up. It is how you conduct yourself in the light and in the dark. Authenticity also drives the importance of values and morals. Never change the important aspects of who you are based on the notion that you are not good enough or equipped enough. God designed us the way that we are in various reasons. Don't allow the influx of unstructured information move you to a place where you no longer recognize who you are. The change part of who you are should only be altered for the development of growth, never on the search to be liked in a worldly way. If your structure of values and morals are to treat everyone fairly, love justly, give and exercise the practice of prayer and the belief of all things possible, don't change it based on the notion that someone challenges the belief with no sound reasoning. If they can't offer you an explanation or perhaps provide you with something equal to your belief, never fall or value anything beneath your value. Allow things to make you think, but never allow things to change you far beyond the core of who you are. Be very selective with what you listen to and be careful with how you digest information. Don't allow your feelings in your now to determine how you choose to live and be in your future. Being grounded in your values and your morals helps you to consider things new to learn and possibly incorporate, but will never allow you to permanently switch to something far beyond the core of who you are and what you represent. In attachments and connections with people, we often find that they introduce us to new experiences and new perspectives to hone into. We develop a more sharpened sense of self when a person is for us and offer us good love and good times, good advice, and good things. We become 10 times sharpened than what we were before the connection. but attachments and connections with people who are opposite in what we believe and what we know pulls us out of alignment with our true selves and places us in paths of destruction, devaluing our worth and devaluing the journey that God intended for us to be a part of. Being grounded in who you are and what you believe reaches farther than what the eye can see. It allows you to know your worth and who you are and your truth and your path. And we also have to be careful in our own individual journeys, whether it is in the aftermath of a breakup, challenging times and family dynamics, religious and faith-based questioning, or confusion and immoral behaviors on our own parts, or even the period of isolation we find ourselves in from time to time. Good information from good people who are subjective but also non-judgmental are wise and counsel that can provide us with much more of what we need and not what we want to hear. Be very, very, very careful with who you vent to and be very cautious of how you align yourself in your journey of the many facets of self-discovery. Remember, do not let your feelings in your now determine who you choose to be in your future. Feelings are fleeting and can cause confusion when imparting in different journeys. If your community is not a person-to-person based thing, meaning your connection is not someone you can talk to on a daily basis, find solace and peace and understanding with someone or something that matches your values and morals. But be careful not to put them on a pedestal or believe that their lives are perfect. Just like you are human, so are they. God blesses us all with wise information, but never make anyone an idol, because you can truly be disappointed in the things that you didn't know that was buried with them and their truths. Our individual journeys require authenticity for several reasons. Living authentically means aligning our actions with our true values and desires, leading a deeper sense of satisfaction and fulfillment of life. It also means being true to ourselves, reducing internal conflict and stress, promoting better mental and emotional health. Authenticity fosters trust and deeper connections with others and relationships built on honesty and transparency that are more meaningful and enduring. Embracing our true selves allows for genuine self-discovery and personal growth, helping us understand our strengths, our weaknesses, and our passions. When we are authentic, we are better equipped to handle challenges and setbacks as we are grounded in a clear sense of who we are and what we stand for. Authentic individuals often inspire others to be true to themselves, creating a ripple effect of authenticity and positive change in our communities, our families, and society at large. There is only one you. You don't need to emulate or copy the life of another because the variances of your life doesn't quite mirror that of the other. Take what you may and what you learn, but never deviate from the person that you've always been. Be careful with the influx of messages. If it doesn't align, don't force it to be. If the season of your life requires you to be more of a listener, then listen. If it requires you to learn, then learn. If it requires you to walk away, then do so. But never do anything that was not meant for you to do that will cause a large disruption of your life and of your path. Never allow anyone to change how you behave, and never allow someone's manipulation to breed havoc in the structure of what you have built. If you find confusion in what you're supposed to do, write down your beliefs and stay structured in who you are. Last, some things are truly meant to spark individual thinking points, encouraging personal growth and self-reflection, while others can cause rifts in your moral compass and your relationships, challenging your core values and potentially leading you to conflict and disconnection. Navigating these influences with authenticity allows you to maintain integrity and strengthen your connections with others. Even amidst the differing perspectives, when confronted with situations that test your beliefs, stay true to yourself. And that can prevent you from compromising your principles for the sake of conformity or acceptance. This steadfastness can foster respect and trust from those around you, even if they don't always agree with you. And last, engaging in thoughtful discourse and considering diverse viewpoints can enrich your understanding and fortify your positions, making you more empathetic and open-minded. But on the other hand, Failing to act authentically can lead to internal dissonance and external strife. It will compromise your values, and you'll avoid conflict to please others that can erode your sense of self and lead to resentment, both within yourself and your relationships. Over time, this can weaken the bonds you have with others as the foundation of these relationships becomes shaky. It is important that we understand that the grounding of what we have, our values and our morals, are important to our right now and also to our future. And ultimately, the journey that you take involves balancing the quest of your personal authenticity that will help you to navigate to the complex web of social interactions and moral dilemmas. By embracing your true self and engaging with others honestly and respectfully, you can create a life that is both fulfilling and harmonious. Make peace with yourself. Be grounded in the things that you believe in, your morals and values. Now, you can deviate from anything which is a learning component to make you a better person, but never allow yourself to be way different than what you were in the beginning. We all learn, we all go through a process, we fare differently. But in order to be your authentic self, you cannot change every facet of who is you in order to be tied into the belief of what other people are. And the last thing, the last thing, information is great, but it is only great if you apply it to your life in a cohesive way, not to alter or change anything much differently than what you believe in. Some things have great talking points. Some things have great thinking points, but it's up to you to determine if it is aligned in your morals and your values. And for the person that you listen to, make sure that the points are grounded also in the way in which they live their lives. You won't know the complexity of what they've been through, what they experience, what they tucked behind them, and what you don't know. But never, and I mean never, fulfill or partake in putting anyone as an idol because you don't know their lives through and through. Be authentic to yourself, show up where needed, and always be true to yourself, your values, and your morals. That's it.